for MFD, Growth Path to Go Beyond and Grow Beyond. And to give this session, I would like to invite on the stage Mr. S Rao, the Head Investor Education and Distribution Development at Aditya Birla Sunlife AMC Limited. Before I invite him on the stage, I would like to take this opportunity to say a few lines about him. He's been instrumental in setting up the award-winning function at the organization, helping grow its reach to more than 10 million investors and 50,000 plus channel partners. He was also instrumental in the setting up of Nippon Learning Academy, an upskilling platform for channel partners. Under his leadership, Aditya Birla Sunlife Mutual Fund has sealed its place as the best in the industry and has also won the Asia Asset Management's Best Fund House for Investor Education. And this award has been won over 6 times in the last 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request everyone to please give a big round of applause as we invite on the stage Mr. S Rao. I think the applause was not enough, right? Can we get a bigger applause? It's a difficult session post-lunch. I think every session post-lunch is difficult. So I want कि सभी लोग थोड़ी देर के लिए जाग जाए because this is going to be very interesting. So sir, over to you.
Good afternoon. Namaskaram. Can I have the hand for this? I know each of you have come started in the morning. Good afternoon or good evening, whatever I can say. Better is Namaskar. And glad to see each one of you and got up so early in the morning and took that pain to come all the way. I think it's a go beyond. Already you started beyond. I mean, moved out of Pune. That's where the market is bigger. And now Pune becomes Mumbai, right? Or Mumbai becomes Pune. That's good. I mean, glad to be here. I was told I have 15 minutes only. Then, I mean, normally South Indians speak around 200 words per minute. Now I may have to speak 300 words per minute. And yeah. And thanks once again, and indeed it's a great opportunity. Congratulations to PIFA, congratulations to Alpha for making this happen, and kudos to each one of you for the great work to move out and doing certain things very nicely. And probably PIFA, like always we comes to PIFA at Pune, and this time PIFA comes to Mumbai. It is like this, Makkah cannot go to Maulana, Maulana can come to Makkah, right? It is the other way around. And this is what a brief of, earlier Manojji was talking about a lot of initiatives which we did. This is our, this is my visiting card, if I have to give. How I can say this is a visiting card is I remember 2001, I was part of Bharati Pravas Divas, which was organized in Hyderabad. And that time I was with my Purvashram Unit Trust of India, and we were collaborating. And the final day, like this, there is a conclusion, and we were giving the prize. We were giving the kits to the journalist. With me next was Mr. Pullareddy, who owns Pullareddy Sweets in Hyderabad, and he is known by Pullareddy Sweets, which is one of the famous sweet shops in Hyderabad, and he was one of those organizers. While I was giving all the books, I think no journalist got any objection to take it back home. But when Pullareddy started giving his sweets, one of the journalists got up from Hindu business line, I think Hindu in those days, and he said, sir, as a journalist, I am not supposed to take anything material going back home. This is our ethics. And Pullareddy ने उनको बुलाया था, बोला बेटा ये तो गिफ्ट कौन कहता है, ये मेरा विजिटिंग कार्ड है. तो मेरा visiting card. I will be known by the sweets. Likewise, this is my visiting card from Aditya Birla. All that I know is investor education. All that I MFDs. These are the few things we started, many such initiatives. Just as I am coming to you, we just completed our digital Nivesh Mahakumbh, which is the 28th Nivesh Mahakumbh for us. This is the third digital one. We had little over 26,000 people registered, and we have 300,000 people watching us today. That was thank you, and I sincere thanks for all the support. And for MFD, just now we were talking about, Kailash was talking how we can expand the distribution. We have created a platform called MFD Ready. From Amphi, we have created now mutual fund Kare Shuru. How Kaise Kare Shuru? MFD Ready is a platform, a simple plug and play platform where people can come, take the exam, clear the NISM. And after that, we have a platform how we can expand them. They can get graduated and they can stay in the business and they can grow in the business. This year, we have started one more initiative we do with the Fauji Nivesh for the army. We have Nivesh Mahakumbh mega format, and we have various other formats. Last year, we started one initiative exclusively educating women. And we were just looking at how to create women MFDs. And it is also our responsibility how to create women investors. And this is a platform called For Her. We have just touched 10 million people with the various initiatives, but we look forward support from each one of you, and we can together make that. Because if you have X number of investors in your portfolio, to make it double, probably all that you need to go back is go back home and make that mother and sister and spouse to meet and get one more folio for us. I mean, we say Gar Gar mutual fund, but Har Gar SIP hona chahiye. HER, Har Gar ka SIP hona chahiye apne liye. And the last initiative which we launched this year was we tied up with the CBSE to train little over 10 lakh students, 10 lakh teachers over the next 2 years. This initiative in South India we call FEFE, Financial Education for Educators. North India we call Adhyapak Ki Arthik Shiksha Abhiyan. It is Asan. We have already touched 10,000 teachers and just making a beginning. And sincere thanks for each one. And thanks for all your supports. This is the numbers which we have done little over, this is a scorecard over a period of time what we have created. But I need to thank many people, including a lot here, Alpa, Dharam, Vinayak ji, Kalpesh, and I think Amit bhai will come. A lot many. I think everyone. And it is a success coming from the many people. And starting with, then we come back to Amrit Kaal. What is this Amrit Kaal we are talking about? We had a current session, no? Oh, current session is... Okay. Then I think, I am preempting a bit of Karan, and Karan definitely is going to talk about the Amrit Kaal. Let me restrict myself to the Amrit Kaal for MFD. And what is that Amrit Kaal for MFD? Before that, we can look at, why this can be Amrit Kaal, but India has already experienced this Amrit Kaal. And we all need to take pride that we belong to the nation called India. And, we are the proud Indians. We know how, the first university which we have created in the world is Takshila, which has got 300 classrooms, which has 10,000 students year after year, and we are the best of the university in the world we created first. And it could be, world we know how to make them, how to use arithmetically zero. Though Babylonians used zero as a shun, the number non-existent, but we know the people to give zero. And then game of chess, Chaturang, which has come from, it's a Gupta's dynasty period. We started the Chaturang is a game which we gave, or it's the concept of a shampoo, small shampoo, which has come from the Bihar, which has created way back in the history. And it could be a cure of leprosy, the medicine which is spoken about Sushruta, the booklet, if you can go back, that is again much before 6th century. And you can look at Ayurveda, it's a rock age, our neighbors know how to give virus, we know how to give vaccine. That is a nation we belong to. And and that's the nation we belong to. And it's the nation which is, today we are getting back where we belong to, but nation which has got 30% of the world GDP much before. And Amrit Kaal for us was existing. In between it is gone. Probably we are getting back to that Amrit Kaal. And how that Amrit Kaal is, somebody said, Morgan Stanley says it's a decade. And somebody said it's not decade, it's going to be a century for India. It is going to be a shatak. Dashak nahi hota hai, shatak hai. And this Amrit Kaal, how we can capitalize, I think since morning we are talking about go beyond and grow beyond. And this is the one man who made that happen. Kudos to our Honorable Prime Minister. It is very well said. It is like every revolution was first thought in one man's mind, and the same thought occurs in another man. And I think there is that has become that spreads across. And today we can say Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, one earth, one family, and our future. I think we are the global leaders once again. And if you can look at the presentations which made in the last few days in Davos. I mean, everyone talks about India in a very differently. This is a presentation snippet which is from the Davos, and it's a comprehensive document. It is not just we speak about Amrit Kaal, we are laying the steps to become that Amrit Kaal very real for us. And this Amrit Kaal, we are talking about the economy, where it can go, where the per capita income can grow. These are the metrics which we can look at, which can change the way we do our business, the way we look at, expand our business. And all of us here, I think I congratulate each one of you. I congratulate PIFA for taking the leadership to educate. Probably we are at NSE today. And you know, what is that we need to do? NSE for us is never stop getting educated, never stop educating yourself and educating your investors. That should be our NSE for us. And that will be never stop expanding your business. And that could be our NSE for us. And this is the economy we are looking at in the next 25 years. If you are looking at 32 trillion, and you know how that can shape it up. And this is the per capita. This is all ambitions, aspirations. But there is one more thing if I can look at. There is another document which is submitted by EY. If I can look at, this is a little conservative document. What it says talk about is India's GDP is going to be 26 trillion, and it is going to be a $15,000 is going to be a per capita income. And then I can look at it's the fastest growing economy. If this is an opportunity, every investor we are handling, the kind of opportunity is not 5x, 6x, it's going to be a 20x. How these numbers can look very differently. And you know, then mutual funds definitely sahi hai. This is a campaign which made our life much more easier, and mutual fund sahi hai. Now, just before we have heard all these platforms making us mutual fund saral hai, and mutual fund आसान है, but mutual fund के लिए, like you know, क्या mutual fund opportunity है? Like mutual fund, I look at, I think there is one slide I missed it. One slide I missed, I don't know. I mean, let me get back when I sent that slide, something would have mixed it. And it's like, you know, this, what is that mutual fund AUM you can look at in the next 25 years? How these projections can look for us? It is not just going to be 100 trillion, but we can look at mutual funds if the AUM is going up. I know it could be a 640 trillion of AUM we can look at by 2047. And some of us may be there by the time, some of us may not be there, but this industry is going to grow bigger, and we have a bigger opportunity. Probably we need to do our succession planning, and we need to do succession planning for our investors, where to make MFD Amrit Kaal. That's like, you know, and for me, how that can be, this is a broad projections you can look at, and probably, you know, these slides have given, I can share the presentation. Probably we don't need to write, we don't need to click, pustak mein nahi, mastak mein rakh lenge, jhan aage ja sakte hai, you know, then we can make things much, much better. And it's the, like, you know, if we can look at, like, if India is growing a conservative scenario, and 20% of the, right now we are at 16% of GDP, we can look at 640 lakh crores, which is available to us. But if we all work hard the way, if every city in India can become a PIFA, and everywhere we get the PIFA members, the way you are all contributing, probably it can go much bigger. 16% AUM today of the GDP can become 60% of the GDP, where global average. We can always work towards it. And if that is the pace it is happening, 30% of the GDP, it could be 960 lakh crores, or it could be 40% of GDP, it could be 1280 lakh crores. Then today, we have 25% of AUM belongs to MFDs. If this 25% of the AUM belongs to MFDs, how much AUM we can look at MFDs can own by 2047? This could be the number we all can look at. Is this not the Amrit Kaal for us, the opportunity for us? All that we need to do is grab, and not the greed, but, you know, we need to develop ourselves. What we can get is, you know, we need to expand ourselves. And I think, you know, since morning we would have spoke, I mean, Nilesh Bhai would have, I think, Nimesh Bhai would have spoke about the scaling up of the business, right? And, and each of us, I think, fixed income, how we can put it up, Vijay ji would have given. And all these opportunities are coming in our path. Probably go back home and do some homework, and we can work on it. And it's like, you know, from 10 to 320 in 25 years, it is possible just 15% per annum. I think industry is already growing in the past with the 15% per annum. And this is a growth path if I can look at. And mutual fund, MFD or advisory zaruri hai. It is like, you know, mutual fund sahi hai, but advisor zaruri hai. And without advisor, we can't go. I think, you know, there will be a lot of questions which will be coming in, but last 2 years I have seen, we all talk about platforms going direct is becoming bigger, but each of them are coming back. I mean, after seeing the, I stay in a city called Bangalore, where my colleague Vaibhav and we used to be together. And we have seen many of our direct investors in the last 2 years. And of late, when I get back to them in the IT, they always ask somebody, can you give me a reference? I can go to some MFD. I recently met one of the tech guy during the pandemic. He is invested directly in the mutual funds. He is one of such many cases which I have seen. He got 65 portfolios over last 2 years. And he came back to me in one meeting, sir, yes, इसको थोड़ा मुझे समझाना है मैं क्या करूं. मैंने बोला, then I sent it to one of the CFP friends in Bangalore and he went to him. And I said, I can't do anything, but if he charges fee, you have to pay for him. And he pruned down to 16 folios. Means, you know, every guy is looking forward to get that. Then one question I asked him, what is that beta? You know, you looked at 65 folios, how you acquired. Like the Amazon sale happens, he acquired every day something is happening and he bought it. And, you know, then why MFD zaruri hai, this is where, you know, we can give that comfort level to them. Then what is that we can do? It's a growth path, and you know what we can look at, go beyond and to grow beyond. It's all that we need to do is what are your aspirations? And like, you know, it's my ABC, not Aditya Birla Capital I'm talking about, it's ABC. I mean, your aspirations, your beliefs and your commitments. Probably I thought I can do some exercise, but most of you tend to sleep now because it's since morning you would have got up. That small exercise I can do is, you know, you can visualize your AE, how much you can look at. And probably after going back, you can do this exercise this weekend. I mean, you know, you can spend some time. What is that where you want to go? I think, you know, go beyond and grow beyond, right? Where you want to go, where you want to grow. Then you can create your aspirations. Whatever your 100 crores AEM, you want to look at 1,000 crores, you want to look at 10,000 crores, just put that numbers. And you know, what are your belief systems? If possible hai, not possible hai. Get out of the negative beliefs and get back to the positive beliefs, how you can get that done. And what are your commitments? Nothing can come easy. You have an aspiration, you have a belief, but all that you need to do is your commitment. This is a fundamental. These are alphabets we need to learn. All that what we need to do is more customers and more from. And the lower cost, I think, you know, even regulator is looking at, we all sometimes, there are negative naysayers, you know, there will be TER will come down. And, you know, somebody said direct load will kill the market. Everything has happened, and unfortunately, those who said they have killed themselves, but those who stayed, they've grown much bigger. All that what we need to do is believe in ourselves. And how you differentiate, whether it's a vertical growth, horizontal growth, or deepening the growth. You can do all the three angles you can do. This is a, like, you know, trinity what you can mean. Not unidimensional, it is multidimensional. Then for creating the multidimensionals, what is your value propositions? Who are you? What are you creating? These are the questions you can ask yourself. If you can, you know, what is that each of us, in personal finance, finance is personal and there is a person before finance. Similarly, each of us different business models. Each of us got different investors scattering to it. What is that exactly you are going to do? Your value proposition statement. If you can get your value proposition, your business beliefs and your unique proposition and what is that you intend to do. And if you are creating a differentiation and real value to your customers, there is a huge opportunity available. There is nothing to worry. I think we can always grow beyond and go beyond. And it's like, you know, at what stage of your life you are, at what stage of your customer life it is there. You can, your value proposition can be very different. The customer who is just coming, this afternoon we were talking on the Nivesh Mahakumbh, accumulation to decumulation, how you need to do it. At accumulation stage, what is the advisory you need to do? Or somebody is creating a wealth and wealth managing or wealth distribution, what is the job you need to do? Whether I'm a CFP, whether I'm not a CFP, doesn't matter. But you know, every customer had a cycle, how I can adapt to that cycle, where I fit myself into that cycle, that makes my business model better. And I know PIFA for me is, at Aditya Birla we have multiple wings. You know, we call PIFA for us, it is a permanent one, protecting, investing, financing and advancing. But ये PIFA में एक last में ये और एक ये है, वो ये क्या होता है, अमृत काल मिलता है. If you take care of investor protection, it's the insurance part. It's the investments, the mutual fund parts, and financing is loaning part, and advising is regular advice. You be a counselor, you be a coach, and then Amrit Kaal for all of us is here, right? Yeah, that is a PIFA for all of us. And let us take that PIFA towards, and all that you can do is focus on your customer acquisition. Focus on your customer acquisition, then you can move to create that customer experience which is different. I mean, you know, it's all be with the customer. And you need to create customer stickiness. Sometimes we lose customers, doesn't matter, but most of the times we can gain customers, and how we can do that. Like, you know, customer is going to be the boss, and all that your wallet share you can do. Then what are the 10 things you need to do for the scaling up of the business? If you can look at what is the decoding the customer needs. In fact, I do workshop for this for 2.5 hours, and you know, I can't do in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It is like, you know, what is your customer needs? What is the value proposition brand? How you can create a team, alone you can't do it. And it's a PIFA is a team, and individually each of you have a team. How you can do that team, and it's a networking. In fact, incidentally, January has started with a lot of initiatives, lot of events at MFD platforms, MFD associations. I remember in Bangalore, the first one started in 2023 is MFD Association of Karnataka, MFDOC, and they started there. And sometime in Ahmedabad, we had, we had a session for Ardhmitra Gurukulam, and we have a network FP which is happening, and here. All that is also sequence is giving, right? For me, MFD doc, MFD AK hai wo, Association of Karnataka, wo MFD ka Amrit Kaal. और MFD का अमृत काल कैसे मिलता है? अर्धमित्रा गुरुकुलम. You need to become अर्थ की मित्रा. You need to be a friend of the finance for your people. Then it's a Gurukulam is always a learning stage. And then the network FP. Unless you network for yourself and network your customers, you can't grow. And then that is giving us go beyond and grow beyond. And we are ultimate end today we have come is a sequence and the conclusion. And just now we spoke about usage of technology. Then we spoke about process automation, and the marketing is key. I think this is the foremost strategy how you can have. You can have your own booklet, you can create your journey for yourself. In fact, we do this booklet, the program called My Business Plan, how you can create a business plan yourself. And we also have a program called Your Succession Plan. If we can combine this, I can do exclusively at Pune, for Pune PIFA distributors, either at outside Pune or inside Pune. It is my promise. It is a day-long workshop. Even I can invite you, come with your spouse, because that makes a difference, because spouse is going to support. It is my promise to each one of you. I look forward to connect and support. Thank you so much. This is my promise. I'll do that. And the feedback, this is all to scale up for Amrit Kaal. This is what exactly you need to do. And before you scaling up, just look back why you are into this business. Sometimes by default, sometimes by design. And I'm a dairy technologist. I landed in the mutual fund industry by design, not by default. But I make it by design. I landed up in the investor education. I went to way back in 2013. They want to change the management structure. And then suddenly, I was in Manas Sarovar. I came back from Manas Sarovar. Then there is an office order says, you have moved to investor education. Then I went to Bala's cabin and asked, is it elevation or is it elimination? Because if sometimes management play a role, right, you want to get out, then they will give you the profile which is non-existent. Then, then I thought, I introspected myself. Sometimes God gives an opportunity. Sometimes you look for an opportunity. You look an opportunity, you may fail, but God gives an opportunity, you work, that will become life's mission. I ended up working with this. That is where you need to ask why you are here, why you are a mutual fund advisor, why you are a mutual fund distributor. This is where you need to ask your why. Your purpose in life, your vision and your mission. You need to go beyond is not just AUM. Beyond for employees, not beyond KRS. We need to go beyond KRS. KRS can give me 1 year bonus. Beyond KRA gives me a life mission. And that can give us a passion. And then, you can build your team, then you can have a client relation, then you can company. This is broadly you need to look at. It is and then Amrit Kaal, what are the building blocks? It is your customer education and customer experience. That can be the first building block. Then technology adaptation, market acceleration, your customer product diversification, your wealth distribution, your wealth creation, wealth management, and wealth where you are. And it's collaboration to co-optation. I can say, since we all belong to PIFA, it is not exactly co-optation, it's a co-creation. Together we can make Pune much more wealthier. And then together we have ownership of that responsibility. One town can create. Probably, I can look at some of you can get Padma Shris next time. These are the guys who have done something great, created a wealth for the nation, right? And that's where I think Kolavari, the songs which he creates here, you can create that song for the investor. And, we can get that. I look forward for some of you go to Rashtrapati Bhavan and get those Padma Shris. And, then use that unconventional strategies. Conventional strategies will not take anywhere. If everyone is following the same route, we will achieve the same result. And if you want to get the new results, you need to be a little unconventional. What is that unconventional you can do? And for me, NSE is, now start execution. हमारा एक mutual fund का ad है MFI में, where it says Sachin Tendulkar and Dhoni, जंग में उतरना जरूरी है. It is not that sitting and talking here, getting into the market and making our hands dirty. And for me, the PIFA is proceed with ideas with formidable action for Amrit Kaal. That is the PIFA for us. And that is a PIFA for us. And last but not the least, I think we have that video. If it is available, we will play that Dhoni video. And otherwise, Vishwas in self-belief is the most important, and Vishwas in market, and Vishwas in customers. then we achieve our Amrit Kaal. And I congratulate each one of you for being here and in the noble profession, and wishing you all the good luck. And it's all that what we need to do is, in the Bible we say, ask something, right? Ask, you will be given; seek, you will be provided; knock, it will be opened for you. And ask for all of us is always seek knowledge. And get into that knowledge upgradation, then AUM upgradation will happen. Wishing you all the good luck. Thanks for this opportunity, and God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we hear a big round of applause for him, everyone? Yes, he has something else to add.
And there is something to grow and go, right? Grow. I'm an executive coach in Aditya Birla. We do a model called Grow. I mean, this is a model where we say, G is your goals. Probably after going back home, you can do, what are your goals? And say, my goal is to get 1,000 crores. My goal is to get the customer, 1,000 customers. And what is the reality today where you are? And what are the options available to you? How you can go? And what is the way forward you commit for yourself? Then go beyond is, you need to go right, GO. That is, you are getting yourself organized. Indiscipline will not take anywhere, and get that right. And God bless you all. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. I would request Mr. Sandeep to please come forward and felicitate, sir. I would also request Ms. Alpa to please join in.
हुए थे 40 धोनी सर, आप किस एज में रिटायर हुए थे? 39। डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया यार। डिस्ट्रैक्ट? सॉरी सर, सोच रहा था काश मेरी भी रिटायर्ड लाइफ आप जैसी हो, रिलैक्स्ड। उसके लिए मैदान में उतरना पड़ेगा। उतरूंगा ना सर। अरे भाई यहाँ नहीं, म्यूचुअल फंड्स के मैदान में। म्यूचुअल फंड्स? हर महीने इन्वेस्ट करो, फ्यूचर की तैयारी करो। करोड़ों लोग इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और देश के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। तुम क्यों साइड में बैठ के देख रहे हो? तो आ जाओ मैदान में। सही है सर, अब खेल लें।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े
I'm sure it's one of the most trending advertisements, and all of us must have seen it. So thank you so much. Thank you for the video. We request Sandeep sir and Alpa ma'am to please come forward and felicitate sir. I would also request both of you to please be here on the stage, as we have one more small presentation, and I would like to invite on the stage Mr. Vaibhav Chugh so that he can be felicitated. Can we request Mr. Vaibhav Chugh to please join us on the stage? Let us welcome him with a big round of applause. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here today. Before we felicitate him, I would also like to introduce him to all of you. He is someone who has gone out of the way and supported this event where we all are present. He comes with an experience of over 20 years in the asset management industry, and prior to joining White Oak Capital, he worked with Aditya Birla AMC for almost 14 years as zonal head West and head HNI sales. So thank you so much, Mr. Vaibhav, for taking out your time and joining us here today. Thank you.
May I make a special request?
Yes, please.
It's a very nostalgic moment for me, Vaibhav, and Rao sir. I would love to have a picture with two of my ex-colleagues, my esteemed ex-colleagues, please. Thank you. This has never happened.
We'll invite Mr. Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly move on to our next session of the day. And the next session is going to talk about asset allocation, role of alternative investment fund. And to give this session, I would request Mr. Brijesh Damodaran, Managing Partner of Oxano Capital, to kindly join us on the stage. Let us welcome Mr. Brijesh on the stage with a big round of applause. I'll do after this. Yeah, it's what. This is just a backup.
नमस्कार।